Don't forget to come see us. Go to eventbrite.com. Search The Jason Show. You're in by 9:30. You're out by 11:15. Well, welcome back. From TikTok and Twitter to Facebook, the Gram, whatever, heck, MySpace. It can feel almost impossible to go one day without scrolling a little bit on social media. Maybe you even feel addicted to it. Well, our first guest today is a teenager who decided to delete social media for about 2 months and see how it affected her. How did it affect her mental health? She's the co-author of a book called 60 Days of Disconnect. Audience, give it up for Keegan Lee. Hi, Keegan.
Good morning.
Thank you for doing this. How you doing?
I'm doing very well. I'm thrilled to be here, and I'm thrilled to be talking about this very important topic that's very close to my heart. So thank you so much.
Oh, no, please. We're a goofy show, but sometimes if something I think is important, we stop the goofiness, and this is one of them because I think this is a problem. I know people, don't characterize it in like the same thing as a disease or a headache, but I do think it is. Well, Keegan, what made you want to disconnect? Was there a catalyst? Was there a moment? Were there moments that made you think, I want to take a break?
It was in the midst of the pandemic when I found myself to be completely all-consumed by social media platforms. And so if there's one good thing that came out of the pandemic for me, it's that it gave me the self-awareness that I needed to understand that social media was a barrier in my relationships with my loved ones, with myself, and my productivity. And so I actually deleted social media for a week just to see what sorts of benefits would come out of it. And I was experiencing a lot of great things, such as just this higher tolerance for boredom and this newfound perspective of how we can live our different ways of life that aren't associated with the online world. And then I decided to do a little case study with myself, completely driven by intrinsic motivation. And I deleted it for 2 months and reached out to a professor of psychology, and we collaborated on this book together. And it has been such a privilege to continue to support this cause, and I'm very keen to continue it.
Keegan, I want to latch on to something that you said because it struck me like a thunderbolt when I was in the car one day. I was listening to a podcast talking about boredom. And I know as somebody that grew up in the 80s, we were bored. We didn't have iPads and it was a different era. We didn't have 24-hour TV. And my most creative moments as a child, my imagination exploded in more moments of boredom. Do you think for your generation, people are afraid to have kids be bored? When you said that, Keegan, it really struck me.
Boredom is a large topic that we often see among the cyber psychology, digital wellness space. And what we often find is that boredom is very often the number one reason as to why people turn to social media in times of stimulation and need for that sort of gratification. And so I think boredom and finding times for solitude and the practice of behavioral inhibition, which is the skill to just pause in an overstimulating environment, is incredibly important, especially as our digital world continues to advance. And if we can find a deeper and higher tolerance for boredom and just sit in our stillness, like you said, Jason, there's going to be some more creativity.
Yes.
There's going to be a sense of clarity and meaning, and it's essential.
I also think when you say creativity, what I notice with myself, because I use social media so much for work, is it's removing creativity and individuality because it's such a copy and paste. When I was growing up, everyone had different styles, and now every time I see kids, they're all dressed the exact same. Even millennial women, we're all dressed the exact same, and I feel like it's because you see what's popular, or you see a trending audio, sound, video, you copy it. It's basically all copy and paste, so I feel like the creativity is being lost.
Creativity is an interesting topic, and I think that my main message is that technology can be both an aid in creativity and human connection and all of these things, but I think there is true success and incredible outcomes can originate when we are able to simulate our own thoughts, and technology can be an aid in these things, but should never replace.
And if this is spurring a conversation with you, I know there are probably more parents and kids watching the show right now. The book is available. You've developed a course. We're going to put a link to everything. Keegan, I could talk to you forever because this is, I think it's so important. Thank you for taking the time to join us today.
Thank you, Jason. Thank you all.
For more information about the book, head to her website, KeeganWLee.com. We'll post all of this on the Jason Show socials. The irony of that statement isn't lost on me. We'll be right back.
Like, follow, subscribe. Yeah.
We'll just send you a newspaper.